Om Sri Ganeswaya Namaha. Sadasiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Sagana Vavadu Sagano Punaktu Sakibhiryan Karavavahai Tejasvina Vadidamastuma Vitvishabhai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaivasvaraya Mrittave Brahma Vidyacharya Naciketas. Namaskaram. In the Kathopanisahd, we are looking at the seventh mantra of the second Adhyaya of the third Valli. We saw that in the last class. Indriyepyaha paramam mano manasaha sattvanam uttamam sattvadati mahanatma mahdo avyaktam uttamam. We saw this one in the last class. What is Atma Dharmaraja is imparting now is imparting Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya, Sri Vidya, everything the same. The Sri Shabdam has got the meaning of Atma, Brahma. Vidya is what? Vidya is avidyastamana astamana sadhana. Avidya astamana sadhana. Whatever is letting you to destroy your ignorance, that is Vidya. So Brahma Vidya means you follow the path of knowledge or kriya, whatever that is involved as a means. Does it give you the Brahman? No. Because Brahman is not an object to give. It's not an object to show. So what does it do? It destroys the ignorance of your Viparita Jnānam about your Swaswarupam, Atma Rupam. So the result of Brahma Vidya or Atma Vidya or Sri Vidya is Atma Darśanam. So that is what he is coming to the, he is concluding this whole Upanishad by giving Upasamhara, the concluding part. He is saying, therefore, this is the Atma. So he is giving a Brahma Prabhaham. What is the Prabhavam? What is the glory of this Brahma? I mix these words, Brahman, Atma, Ishvara, so that you always keep in mind. Brahman, Ishvaran means something bigger and far away. Atma is also something other than you. No. Everything is you. Everything is in you. That is the exercise that we are trying to do through Vedanta. So Brahma Vidya is Atma Vidya. Sri Vidya, okay, in the Saktam we do Sri Vidya as a tantric practice, but that also leads to Jnana. So the understanding is, if you remember this, then you will not have quarrel with any means. Whether should I follow Devi Upasana, Yajna, or Vishnu Sahasranama Parayana, or Veda Parayana, Vedanta Vichara. All this Vidya that you are pursuing is to make your ignorance to go away. That's it. So what is therefore present is the Satya, the Atma. See, what is this Satyam? So what is the Ishvara? So everything is unreal. The real is Ishvara, we say, right? Even I think sometimes English is not that well equipped to carry the meaning. So let's just keep the word Satyam as an alternative phrase for Ishvara or Atma. Because the realization, the isolation in English, customization, manifestation, all this isolation means putting in effort to bring into something, right? Realization means you put an effort to bring that into to be a real. So what is the real then? In English, the real etymologically comes from the Latin root res, means matter, things. So real in English literally means it is tangible, it is perceptible. Not necessarily physically, it could be also inference wise. So pratyaksha pramanam or anumana pramanam has to be there so that something is called real. So to become real, that means something has to manifest to reality. So manifestation happens. So I have a thought in my mind. You don't know what I'm thinking unless the thought manifests into action, into words. You don't know that. So the thought is inside me, avyaktam. It is not manifested. Then it manifests. So can I use the word manifestation? Again, I would say use as much Sanskrit words in Adhyatma Vidya. It carries more power of import. Manifestation also, the root of manipulating them, it comes from the Latin root manus. Manus means by hand. If you go back further, it is from manushya, from manu. So it is manifestation, therefore, there's a nimitta karanam. There is somebody actually making it appear to you. So manifestation is therefore a srishti, not the srishti karta. Understand? So vyaktam, avyaktam. Avyaktam is unmanifest. Vyaktam is manifest. Now by just simply analyzing the word manifestation, we know it is bringing into reality by an effort. The reality we learn that it is tangible, perceptible. So all the manifested world is perceptible to you. It is therefore karyam, an effect, not the karanam. Understand? Just a simple contemplation will give you, with common sense, why this study is so minute, so peculiar, so esoteric in nature. So I am looking for Atma. I use the word loosely, looking for, to realize the Atma, Ishvara. So where can I look? Can I look in the Srishti, which is in my Drishti, which is my world? There is no other choice. Because where can you look? You can't even look at your back. You can only look at what is in front of you. So look everywhere. There can I find it. That Vishaya can I find it. So in this mantra, it says, well, you can find the divinity in the Vishaya. We'll come to that later. But you are looking for the Vishaya Moolam, the Karanam, the Ishvaraha, the Brahman, the Atma. So the indriyepyaha param vishaya. So from the compared to the object that you see, understand by which you see the object is superior. So you always look, when you want to look for superior things, where do you search for? In a superior place. Understand? See, all these mantras, you can talk about it for many days because there is so much meaning. But let's just grab the important points. The reason Yamadharmaraja says Indriyas are superior to the Vishayas means you deal with the Vishayas in this world, no problem with that. But don't stop there because the supreme bliss you are looking for is not in the Vishaya. So you must look at a superior place, and the superior place for you is that which brings the Vishaya to you. That is my Indriyas. Therefore, my focus have to be now going to my Indriyas. When a good smell comes in, then the smell is jalebi, Mysore pak, jasmine flowers. So mind will jump into those Vishaya. But what do you do now? How does the smell comes to me? It comes through my nose. So that means there is the power to smell. What is this power to smell? Now what you're doing is you ignore the Vishaya, but you look at the Vishaya Moolam, the Vishaya Karanam, and you become one with that. This kind of contemplative meditation is called Laya Prakriya. Prakriya means it's a sadhana that you do. It's a warm up exercise. What you do, you bring through layam. Layam means become one with this. That means I am one with not with the object, not with the laddu I want to eat, but that will take you to Vishaya Bhoga. Viksheba will come in mind. I am in the samsara. But now I am looking at how do I see this laddu? How does my eyes see? I hear this music. How am I able to hear that? How am I not able to hear the thundering noise of my blood flowing inside? What is the blessing I have not to get bombarded by the noise? So beautiful. So you see, this is what he says. So you understand that. But then this Indriyas is not my direct control. See, if I am running a big organization and I have thousands of workers, but I employ a chief operating officer, he manages everything. Now, if I go and tell the Indriyas or the manager, one of the workers, and say, do this, do that, and he will say, boss, you gave me salary, but please talk to my manager. So, as the owner of the organization, you deal with your COO. He will take care of it. Now, this senses your workers. You can control them. Don't waste your time because there is a mind that manages the senses. If mind is managing senses, mind is superior to the senses. So, indriyapyo param manaha. So, mind is important, superior, sukshmam, vyapakam. Oh, okay. I will tell the COO. But the COO is a bit dodgy. What does he do? For a good cause, he needs to increase this, department's revenue, cost saving to improve. Then only he gets the bonus. So he tells his workers, hey, save cost. Instead of putting 10 apples in a bag, put 9 to the customers. Cheat them. Save cost. Good intention for a business, but adharmic. Why? Because mind as a manager is a manipulator. Manasaha, mana, root. So what do I do? I'm a owner. What do I do? I can go and say, hey, mind, manager, super. Give the customers, throw the rotten apple inside. Make money. Would I say that? No. I tell them, do I give you a warning? Don't do this. But why should I be worried about it? Because I have a CEO. Who is my CEO? The Buddhi. So I tell the Buddhi, run the business righteously, profitably, cost effectively, employ the manager as a COO, take the senses as the workers, deal with this. Now I deal with the Buddhi. Here I is my Swarupam, my inner feelings, my inner consciousness. So what I'm concerned about is Buddhi. So that means Buddhi should be better than the mind. That's the second line. Manasaha Satvanam Uttamam. Here Sat is the Sat Buddhi, not Sat of the Atma. Again, you see, this is by proximity you get the truth. When I am going inward towards me, my Annamaya, Manomaya, everything I cross through, I go to the Buddhi. The Buddhi is very close to my Atma Chaitanyam. Sat is my Atma Chaitanyam. Buddhi is close to that. Therefore, Buddhi gets Sat Vishayam, Sat Prakasam. Therefore, Buddhi behaves like a Sat. Therefore, sometimes I can say Sat as a Buddhi, only if it is Sat Buddhi. So here he says, Sat Panam Uttamam. Sat Buddhi is Uttamam. Understand what we are trying to do. We are trying to find the Atma Darśanam. So before even you waste your time, this is the finest of the Guru. That's why Vedantam is a super fast highway. Of course, you must be able to run through this highway. Otherwise, you have to go back to the passage where you walk slowly and steadily. Here he says, don't worry about these senses. Don't worry about the mind. Manage your buddhi, because buddhi can control the mind. Make the buddhi to be Sad Buddhi, Dhrda Buddhi. Yeah, Dhrda Buddhi, Chitta-śuddi will happen. Chitta-śuddi means the Vashigara Vairagyam will be there. Your Vishaya Vairagyam will happen. Okay, I manage the buddhi. So I go around, learn about all this supreme knowledge, contemplate it, and use the buddhi to tell the mind, hey mind, why are you hating Prakash? No, don't hate him. Even if he done something wrong, don't hate him, because krodham is not good. Okay. Why are you greedy about that person? Greed is not good. So buddhi always convinces, sets right the mind to accept what is Sat. When mind becomes that obedient servant to the Sat Buddhi, the Indriyas will just follow suit, because they're only looking at the manager. Understand? If you achieve that, you can be in a pub and do contemplation. Don't go to the pub for that, but I'm just saying you can do that. So now we have now moved the domain of searching the Sat Buddhi. When I'm searching a Sat Buddhi, I'm going and accumulating all the knowledge. My mind is still coming and contemplating which way I go, what do I do. So you need now, don't need to decide, because buddhi becomes again a vikalpam, then you have a problem. What I have to do, this Sad Buddhi has to be calmed down and aligned the cosmic Buddhi with this Samashti Buddhi, which is the Mahanatma. So the third line says, Sattvadati Mahanatma, the cosmic intelligence. Where is the cosmic intelligence? Just use your mind to think that this Virat Purusha, that the billions of bacteria in my body, and they are the one eating the food. They are the one growing. They are the one thinking. So I am just a cover and a logical shape and a name for that called Raja. So I am just an universe of creatures in me. Very simple. Because if you remove all the bacteria, you are not there. So like that, all the Jandus are in the Virata Purusha. Therefore, my buddhi is like my DNA's microcellular intellect pulling together. Same way, there must be a Mahanatma. I cannot see it because it's imperceptible. I do meditate and put my buddhi into that buddhi. Therefore, now I'm shifting my search for Atma not within my intellectual faculty, because then your intellectual faculty may get corrupted. Apurusheya. That's why Vedas are not called intellectual outpouring. It is Mahanatma Swasam. So therefore, you are moving necessarily from the Jnanam to Dhyanam or Nishta, Nididhyasanam. Okay, I become Nididhyasanam, I do that. I become just still with this. What happened? Well, when you are still with this, what you have done is you have take this Mahanatma and submerged in the Avyaktam, the dark manifestation of Maya Shakti, the Srishtikarta, the Parashakti's ignorant cover. You are safe, you are in Samadhi, you are not growing, you are not decaying, you are not dying, you are not having fear, but you are not having Atma Darśanam because you are in a perpetual sleep. But therefore, it is bigger than this. Magadakho avyaktam uttamam. Yes, avyaktam is important. So in my search place, therefore, I have to go to avyaktam. So this is what we saw in the last class. So now we need to go to the next mantra. Avyaktatu paraha purusho vyapako alingayevacha yam nyatva muchyate jandur amrtatvam cha kachyati. So now where are we searching now? We have now come to the avyaktam. Why are we searching there? Because avyaktam, avyaktat tu paraha. The tu means but. But avyaktat, more than the avyaktat, purushaha paraha. The Atma Tattva is supreme. Always remember, Param has got a lot of meaning. Here we should take three meanings: superior, Sukshmam or Avyaktam, and Vyapakam, all pervasive. Vishnum, all pervasive. So he says, yes, you have now in the, this is where I think Yogeshwar stopped there. Patanjali stopped there. Of course, Patanjali did give a step forward Ishvara Pranidhanam, he said that. All this samadhi will not give you moksha. They will give you in a position of power to further transcend that. Transcend it to what? Purusha Darshanam, Atma Darśanam. How is the Atma? Vyapagaha, alinkaha, eva. Now you are thinking, okay, I have been given the step-by-step search place. I have come to this place where the Atma Darshanam is there. Therefore, I must see it. See, we always like to see. We like to see pramanam, prameyam. We want to be a pramada. Remember all that? Prama, capital P, strong P. Prama means the right knowledge. If you are obtaining or seeking the right knowledge, you are the pramata, one who knows. And that which gives you the right knowledge is pramanam. The object that you are learning is prameya. Understand? Prameyam is knowledge you get about the object. The right knowledge is prama. You are the pramata. The book you read to get the knowledge is pramanam. Or the teacher is pramanam. The Vedas is pramanam. Now here, alinkaha, alinka eva. That means it is not something which you can see. The word, the shabda lingam you take first. The lingam means, you take Shivalingam, you take, right? Lingam literally means a signage. Lingideyena gacchati satlingam. By following which you attain anything. It is the sadhana symbol. A symbol, by going with, you attain what you want to attain. So it is in Tamil you say adayalam. So lingam, Shiva lingam is a lingam, is a token of identification of Shivam. But that stone of the ellipsoid is not Shivam because it is aprameyam. It is not a prameyam. Shivam or Brahman or Atma is not an object of knowledge. Understand? Therefore, I cannot say knowledge of Atma. So, Atma Jnānam, we normally say, translate, this is the knowledge of Atma. It cannot be the off, cannot come. That vibhakti cannot be used. Why? Because knowledge of something means it is a prameyam, it's an object I can define, know. So then how do we call knowledge of Atma? Remove the off. So knowledge Atma. It is a samanvayam. That means Atma is just that knowledge. Don't ask me knowledge of what. The moment you ask for knowledge of what, it is prameyam. It is an object, it's a manifestation. It is in the avyaktam, becomes a vyaktam. It is in the empirical world, the reality, but it is not karanam, it's a karyam. Could be a sat karyam. Everything you put under that. The Brahma, Rama, Krishna, all the gods, deities, because they manifest. So it is this is why I think the Rama Shabdam, when you contemplate Rama Shabdam, it's not about the Rama, the king, Maryada Purushottam. It is the divinity in Rama. What manifested as Rama is a Parabrahman. So the Anjaneya Swami is closing the eyes, Rama is sitting next to him, he says, Rama, Rama, Rama. Why can't you open the eyes and see? Because that Ramam is aprameyam. You cannot see it. That's why you go to the temple, you go to Tirupati, book the ticket. For NRIs, 10,000 rupees or something like that. You buy the ticket, go there. They open the gate, flood of people. You find it, beautiful Swami there, and you close your eyes. Because aprameyam, what you see is a manifestation, an effort made to represent a karyam inside the karma. So the lingam is to define you, hold on to this lingam, go forward. I mean, the nama rupam will be gone. If I do a dhyanam with Krishna, every time I do a Krishna japam, it is so peaceful to me. Please don't mistake me. I'm not saying don't do it. It is giving you peace. You need that. Chitta-śuddi comes in. You are sitting there and then your mind is full of bliss. But when tomorrow the Krishna Vigraham is not there, you have tapam. Like Gopikas, that's why Rasa Leela, if you understand, Gopikas they are suffering when Krishna is not there. How silly they are. How can he not, Krishna not there? That's why Krishna is making fun of them. What do you mean? What do you mean I'm not there? So all your virakatapam, because you don't see me in everything. You see in the form. Just to why? To educate them, he disappears, become avyaktam. Understand? So this is the graduation that we do. We do all the upasanas, all this Swami. Then at some stage, you say, Om Krishnaya Namaha, Krishnaya, Om Krishnaya Namaha. The Krishnaya Namaha decays. Then just Om Omkara Bhashana, Om decays. You are an avyaktam, but you still persist. Then you move on and you have an Atma Darśanam. This is the essence of this mantra. And this is another word, important word, vyapakaha. Alinkaha we saw. Alinkaha means aprameya. Vyapakaha means svaprakasha. It is all-pervasive effulgence. You cannot find a place that it is not there. Vyapakam. Hey, if it's all there, why am I not seeing it? Well, that means you don't have the eyes to see it. Yeshavashyam idagum sarvam. Ishopanishad. You see, all the Upanishads talk about the same thing only. Okay? So what does this Vyapakam means? Vyapakam means pervasiveness. Vishnu. Vishnu means all pervasive. Understand? Vyaktam avyaktam. So if I am see a singer is sitting there on the stage, you see him, he's just a man sitting there. Then suddenly he starts singing. The song is just reverberating everywhere. Now you see who you see. You see a singer manifesting. So singing, the power to sing is avyaktam in him. When he sings, the singer manifests vyaktam. Understand? Vyakam amyat. Lingam alingam. Lingam means, oh, that is the signboard. I can go there. As when the signboard is missing there, it becomes alingam. Now, vyapakam. Vyapakam means pervasiveness. Give example. Sunlight. Sunlight comes in. What happened? Everywhere there is light. The light pervades all spaces. Therefore, the vyapakam is desha vyapakam, pervasive all space. You cannot say light is not here, light not there. Sun is everywhere. We sometimes say sun is everywhere. Sun is hitting me. Sunlight is hitting you, but it says sun is hitting you because you don't differentiate. Vyapakam. You understand? That is desha vyapakam. What about the kala vyapakam, pervasiveness of time? Again, you can take the sun example. The sun rises in the morning. Rising means the world is getting sunlight. But the speed of light and the distance mean the sunlight reaches you only 8 minutes after it leaves the sun. So for you, when the sunrise happens 6 o'clock, there is light. Before 6 o'clock, sun did not rise for you. But the time is beyond your comprehension. But 8 minutes before, the sun has risen. It took 8 minutes to come to you. You don't see the sun. The time is not in your comprehension. But what happened in the 8 minutes? Sunlight is filled. You understand? So the pervasiveness of light is, sunlight in this case, is both desha vyapakam, kala vyapakam. Like that, Ishvara, Atma, is pervading everywhere, all the universes. There is no place, there is no God. Now I change the word God to no place, there is no Brahman. There is no place, there is no Atma. You see? So Atma Darśanam should be simple, right? That sakshu is what you're going to get. When I see this man, do I see divinity there? Whatever I see is a Vishaya. So think about the Vishaya Vyapakam. How does a Vishaya Vyapakam? How does the Swami becomes, Brahman becomes a tree, a mango, a man, I hate? How can it be in everything? Vyapakam means it spreads everything. Okay, this is a deeper subject, but quickly. See, we do this. Okay, take an example of it. If you take an iron ball, you put it into the fire. After some time, the iron ball will be very hot to touch. It glows like fire. And it is a fire. Somebody looks at it and says, there is a orb of fire there. What happened there? The fire has pervaded the iron ball. You cannot differentiate this. So this kind of a, what happened? The fire goes into this iron bar. You can't differentiate. Every molecule of the iron is now inflated by the fire. This kind of a samyogam happen. Yoga means merging. Samyoga means completely merged. But of, yes, yeah, an object of iron molecule, the electrons of the fire, they combine together Some yoga sambandham is there. Complete pervasiveness. So are you saying therefore Ishvara or Atma is in the object like that? No, because examples don't really fulfill that completely. Because when the fire goes away, the iron becomes cold again. So when the cold iron, there is no fire. What happened to Sambandham is gone. So therefore, the Samyoga Sambandham is not defining the Atma Darśanam. Okay. What other example we can take? Take the pot. Vedanta, you only 4 examples. As you go around and it gives you everything. Mud pot. So the mud is the cause of the pot, material cause of the pot. The pot is made out of the mud. Pot is a karyam, mud is a karma. Now, can I remove, like I remove the fire from the iron ball become the iron ball again, cold to touch. But can I remove the clay from the pot? If I remove the clay completely, what happened to the pot? It's not there. So the Karana-Karya Sambandham looks better, right? Then as a Purva Pakshi, you'll ask me, well, it makes sense. Therefore, you can say in every effect, there's a cause. Therefore, God is in everything. But I can break this part. I can color this part. Well, if God is making this pot of clay with himself as a clay, I have seen a pot maker with his amount of clay is God. He can only make certain number of pots because clays are reduced every time you make a pot. So is God is being reduced by his creation? Well, that is not the case. So this example also doesn't help you. It helps you in something else, but it will not help you in the Atma Darshana Vicharam. Then they say, this is all a bit controversial in the Vedanta Vichara classes, but just let's look at the top level. Then they say, okay, maybe the Sambandham is not like that. It's like a gold ring. Or even take the pot itself. You only look at this angle that how you cannot remove the gold from the ring or the clay from the pot. So this is inseparable connection. Avinabhava sambandha. Therefore, they are one identity, tadatmya. But okay, I can say the ring is the gold because I can see the ring is a form, but it is gold. I take your point. Therefore, I am Ishvara, you can say, but not all golds are ring. I cannot say the corollary, therefore, gold is a ring. I cannot say that. Because this is a nama rupam there. There is a conditional manifestation there. So the Tatatmyam also get into kind of a murky because there is no necessary and sufficient condition imposed on this. So come back to the wonderful example of snake over the rope or the snake over the rope. See, The udaharanangal, all the udaharanas are trying to elevate you, to clarify few steps. But this Purvabakshi is very adamant. He is looking beyond the example's context, and therefore we are moving examples away. So the best thing you can think of is your dream. Or even don't even take, even now. Now, if you think now, after the class, you're going to go and um, buy a lottery ticket. And then this evening, the lottery ticket is going to win you a prize. And the prize is going to give you enough money to buy a new house. And the new house comes in, you can do this kind of stuff. You imagine, relish this thing. Now you come out of this thinking. So all those thoughts, all those houses you bought, the tickets you got, the money you got in your momentary imagination of it, if you really enjoyed it, of course, dream you really enjoyed. If you can really go and enjoy that one, you get an experience of the world. You live that moment of existence with what? With the world you created. Where did you create the world from? From yourself, from your consciousness. Okay, did you lose some consciousness out of this? No. You did not lose any consciousness? No. Do you have any handicap? No. Consciousness was there, this creation was there. That means in the front of the consciousness, I had the dreams coming in my mind and go away. Nothing impacted the consciousness. Not like a clay pot where whenever the pot is made, clay is reduced. No, not like a gold ring. It is just a thought that comes in. All my imagination is just a thought. The thought is only an actor acting on the stage of the mind. The illumination is the consciousness. The consciousness does not alter. Asangatvam. Yada kashastidho nityam vayu sarvatro mahan. Tada sharvani bhutani tastavitya. In the Bhagavad Gita, it says, like the wind is blowing everywhere and resting in the akasha. Can you therefore say the akasha and the wind are combined? No. You can suck the wind. It is there, but there is asangatvam. They are not attached. The sambandham is avinabhava sambandham, but yet it is asangatvam. Or you can say kalpita sambandham. That's the best word. So you have this sambandham, the relationship between Atma and the world, Ishvara and the world, Avyaktam and the Vyaktam as a kalpana. Now this is why Shankara quoted Mithyatvam. The world is Maya, illusion. Do you understand that this is not unreal? The world is real, but it is Mithyatvam. What is real means? I gave the example of etymological derivation. It is something that manifested to perceive. Yes, I can perceive this world. So I can perceive the dream. But I don't give the reality status to the dream because when I woke up, dream is an illusion. But when I am in dreaming, if you are coming into my dream and say, Raja, this is the dream, I'll say, no, 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 look at it, it's happening. Because in that world, that is real. So the reality that attached to things are relative is empirical reality compared to the absolute reality. Understand? Now, what are we pursuing? The absolute reality. Satyam. Can I do that? Can I do that in this world? Of course you can do that. Because you already transcend this world in your dream. You already transcend the dream in your deep sleep. You already transcend the deep sleep because you are watching your deep sleep, because you are able to say, when you have the organs of speech, say, I had a good sleep. So you are natural. There's nothing you need to do to transcend the time and space, but you lack the realization that you are already liberated because my avidya make me samsari. Therefore, Nachiketas' question is, how am I going to transcend the death, which is the samsara? So here he says, that's how you transcend it. So what is the point of that? Yam nyatva muchyate jandur amurdatvam cha kachati. We saw that in before Anoriniyan, Magato Mahiyan, we saw in Kathopanisahd earlier. This Atma, which is smaller than small, bigger than big, if you realize that, Yam Nyatva, if you know that, if you realize that, just now right now your realization can be the knowledge and a firm understanding of the knowledge and the firm faith on the knowledge. Okay? Let's not talk about the anubhuti, because who am I to talk about the anubhuti? Which guru can talk about anubhuti? No guru can talk about anubhuti. Anubhuti, your own thing. Nobody can share that. When you come out of the anubhuti, like Bhagavan Ramana said to the disciple, அதுதான் இது. That was it. They can point out you experienced Atma Sakshatkar. Nobody can show you the Atma because it is not showable. But right now, what you and I will say, Atma Jnānam means I understand the nature of Atma and I have faith in it. And if I have that Yam Nyatva, having known this, Muchyate, I'll get liberated. Mukti comes to me. Who am I? Jantuhu. So he doesn't even say Muchyate, Naraha or Jivaha. He said Jantuhu. That means we are all Jantu. Jayade iti Jantuhu. Whatever that moves along the lifeline is a Jantu. A worm and a cockroach and you and I are no different. If you just keep on moving from life to life. That's why called Jiva Rasihi. So here say, even a Jantu, here you can take it as a man, but even a Jantu, if you got an ability to know this, can a tree know this? I say with an arrogance, tree cannot know it because I think trees don't have mind. But who am I to say? I don't know. The tree may be just standing there as Jiva, what do you call it? Jivan Mukta. It is just there. We don't know. So let's not be judgmental. So I, as a Jantu, can become liberated. How do I become liberated? Because Amrtatvam Gacchati, immortality comes in. So this is the Brahma Vidya Phalam. Okay. Now, if you say Alingam, I mean, I cannot see it. Now I say I can have a darshanam of it. How am I going to do it? So this is the next mantra, which is a very interesting mantra. Here it says, it just concludes to reinforce you. I have now brought you to the place where you must search for Atma Jnānam, Atma Darśanam, that is in the transcending the Avyaktam. Therefore, you control the senses, control the mind, make the buddhi strong and pure, do Nididhyasanam, meditate, and then in the tranquil space, the dhyanam, you will start seeing initially and then realizing it finally, because the Atma is aprameyam swaprakasam. He just say it in a words. Na samtrushe tishtati rupamasya na sakshusha pasyati kaschanainam krita manishi manasa abhiklupto ya etat viduhu amrdaste bhavanti. Na tishtati. He doesn't come. What? Rupam asya rupam. This Atma's form, samtrishe. Samtrishe means your periphery, your perceptible region, within your perception. Natishtadi Atma Chaitanya. You cannot see the Atma. So don't worry about, don't take the word that I was meditating, I saw the star coming into my forehead and it was lighting up. Maybe a good anubhavam, bhavam. That's not, because you cannot see Atma. Okay. Kaschana, nobody, enam na sakshusha pasyati. Kaschana enam pasyati, you say it like this. Kaschanam, kaschana, I mean nobody, enam, this Atma, na sakshusha pasyati. They cannot see with the eyes. They cannot see with their eyes. Then what do I do? That's the only thing I got. No, you have a way to do it. How? Krita manishi manasa. No, okay. Krita manishi manasa abhiluptaha. Abhiluptaha means clearly realized. Where krita in your heart, that means it is not in your word, not in your mind. It's not something you can express. You can't say, I realized, I saw the God. You cannot say that. But in your heart of heart. But how do I do that? Manishi manasa. The money means Dhrda Buddhi, that has got a pure heart, pure mind. When your mind is pure, your buddhi is steadfast, you have a money. You say in Bhagavan's Manisha Panchakam. Manisha means I am telling from that buddhi of mine, which has got a pure heart. That means you are vouching for real. You are promising, you are sangalpam, you are totally committed to what you are saying. In other words, you can say Vikalpa Varjita Buddhi is money. Vikalpa means, should I do this? Should I do that? Varjita means not. When you don't have this oscillation, vacillating mind, when you have a clear intellect, that means when you are in the Nididhyasanam, you are in a total bliss. And when you somehow come down out of it to this world, you will feel a wonderful bliss you have experienced so far. In your heart of heart, you will be able to say, yes, I had Atma Darśanam, or I was one with my Chaitanyam. But can I say that in a word? No. Can I write a book? No. Can I prove it to you? No. But do I convince about it? Yes, because Dhrda Buddhi, Manisha, 100%. But this is not difficult. It happens to all of us all the time. When you are extremely happy on something, when you are tranquil, when you forget about yourself, that moment of that bliss is Atma Darśanam. But we don't have the capacity to hold it. We immediately come out and say, yeah, that is not wrong, this is incorrect. But here, you can get a source for the Brahma Darshanam. Now, we have not got that, but if we understand this truth, then we'll follow it. Yeah, edat viduhu, who understands like this, the last line, amurdaho te bhavanti. Te, for them, amrudaha bhavanti. They become those who attained immortality. Bible says, blessed are the pure in the heart, for they shall seek the God. See the God. Not even seek the God, see the God. That means when your heart becomes pure, you will see God all the time. No need of any Vedanta Vicharam. The trouble is, such a pure heart, blessed are the pure heart. That means you need to have the Atma itself should bless you for that. But we always heard Guru is the one to bless you. But the Guru will bless you when you have the pure heart. Your Atma Chaitanyam will transcend to Guru's words, and even the Guru, without he knowing that is imparting to you, it will come to you and set fire to you, and you become blessed. That's why sometimes the Guru is standing there after teaching, blissfully taking your gratitude, but you become a jnani. Like Sukar walked away from Vedavyasa. You need a Guru. But the Atma has to bless. That's why the great teachers look for the great gurus, because Shraddhavan Labhatengana, if there is a Shraddha is there in a Shishya's thing, that Shishya is a pleasure to the Guru, because he also brings out the nobility in the Guru. That's why Sakhana Babatu, Sakhano Punattu, Sakhaviryam Karavavahe. This mantra is a very important mantra. So you have, when you come to the class, don't have the feeling, I don't know anything. This is all confusing to me. No. You come that I am the light. So I don't need to be lit again. But my vikalpam, the screen, the black sheet around me to be removed. So you come to classes, to satsanga, to any place you go, as a light encased in the momentary darkness around you. And because your flame hasn't got the power to blow this cask away, you look for an external breeze to take it away. The Guru's words comes as a breeze and take it away. When it takes it away, you don't get any new light, because you are the light. That's what it says. If you understand this, amurdaha bhavati, you attain this. Okay, I just start the next one, then we stop it there. So if I have to do that, what do I have to do? Well, now you have understood everything. This is what it is. So therefore I summarized to you, what do you have to do? Yata panjavadishtande jnanadi manasa saha buddhischa na viseshtati tamahu paramam gatim. Yata panja avadishtande jnanani. So let's bring it like this. Yata pancha jnanani avadishtande. You do the anvayam like that. Yata, in what condition? Pancha jnanani. Here jnana means indriyas. 5 indriyas. In what condition? See, this mantra is very important mantra. It is a sukshma in it. It is now giving you a clue because you have learned this. Now you really eager to get the Atma Darśanam and you're not able to do it. And it's telling you in what condition pancha jnanani, these 5 jnanendriyas, manasa saha avadishtande. The saha is very important word. Manasa saha, with the mind avadishtande, it is quietly sitting with you. What is he saying? He's now giving you the clue to transcend all this Vishaya Bhogam. And he says, there will be a position in you when your 5 senses, together with the mind, quietly sits. Now, this is you to find out. When is that position happen to you? Maybe it happens in the early morning, Brahma Muhurtam you get it. Maybe it happens when you are listening to a great Carnatic music and one particular point, you forget the raga, tala, line, everything, and you become immersed with the reverence of the sound. Maybe the relationship with your spouse. I don't know. But that is always a place. But the important word is, I have to control the mind along with the buddhi. Therefore, when they are together, I can snap them. This is the idea. If I am thinking something and mind is smelling something, eating something, it also means I cannot control, hey, I'm drinking alcohol. I want to stop it. So I will only focus on stopping alcohol drinking, but I go to the pub, sit with my friends, because I'm not drinking, but I'm just sitting there. Now what you're doing, you're opening one window of taste of liquor, but you're closing the one window, but you're opening the other windows. You cannot. You will eventually dragged into this. I will not eat sweet anymore. Okay, good. Then I sit next to the sweet. I smell sweet. I say, excellent laddu smell, but I cannot eat. So you are letting the other indriyas to enjoy that. It's not manasa saha. That's why you have to control all indriyas in one go and with the mind when you find that time. And that time, there's some more condition there. Buddhischa na viseshtati. Your mind also had to be without any vikalpam. I'm not thinking anything. Getting in the morning, nothing there. But my mind is now wandering somewhere. The buddhi is therefore wandering somewhere. No. Your buddhi also have to be. Right? So you have to create the situation for you, even for a second, a minute or a second in a day. And when you are there, Tam Gadim, that position, Paramam Ahuhu. Ahuhu means tam ahuhu. You can say tam paramam gati ahuhu. Ahuhu means being told. So when you are in that position of tranquility, that is supreme. That means you destroy your mind and the senses when they are together, and then keep the buddhi steady, stay in the buddhi. That is supreme position. What is the position called? That position is called yoga. That we see in the next class. Om Sakana Bhavatu.
Om Sahana Vavatu.
Sakana Punattu.
Sahanau Bhunaktu.
Saha Viryam Karavavahai.
Saha Viryam
Aviryam
Karavavahai.
Karavavahai.
Tejasvinavadidamastu.
Tejasvinadavadidamastu.
Namastu.
Ma Vidvishavahai.
Ma
Man
Vidvishavahai.
Vishavahe.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om
Om Shanti
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 Shanti.
Shanti.
Harihi Om Tat Sat.
Hari
Hari
Om
Om
Tat
Tat
Sat.
Sat.
Brahmarpanastu.
Thank you. Thank you, Raja.
Thank you.